Have you ever woken up feeling even more exhausted than when you went to bed? If so, it may not just be a sign of poor sleep. It could be a subtle yet serious signal that your heart isn't getting the rest it truly needs. What if I told you that the way you sleep, eat, and even breathe each night, habits you barely notice, might be silently damaging your cardiovascular health? For many people over the age of 60, each night isn't a time for recovery, but rather a hidden battlefield, where unseen stressors quietly increase the strain on the heart without us even knowing. What makes these mistakes so dangerous is their invisibility. They don't cause dramatic pain, they don't create panic. They creep in slowly through a late dinner, a poor sleeping posture, a bathroom trip at 2 a.m., or simply a strange sense of fatigue in the morning that you can't quite explain. You might believe you're sleeping, but your heart could be locked in a prolonged state of tension. And yet, here's the good news. This cycle can be reversed, not with medication, not with complex treatments, but with simple, mindful changes in your evening and morning routines. You have the power to help your heart truly rest, recover, and heal, just as it's meant to. In this article, we'll explore key adjustments you can make starting tonight, from when you eat to how you breathe, from your sleep position to how and when you hydrate. These may seem like small steps, but they can significantly lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and help you wake up feeling refreshed with a stronger, steadier heart. And perhaps the most powerful change of all is also the simplest. You'll be surprised how seemingly minor habits can unlock a more vibrant, peaceful, and energized life. In modern life, sleep is often taken for granted. It's seen as a passive state, the leftover time after a long day of obligations. But for those in the later chapters of life, sleep becomes far more complicated. It is no longer just a pause. It becomes a battleground where the heart quietly resists pressure, poor posture, and internal disruptions that go unnoticed. Many older adults have experienced this. 8 hours in bed, yet waking up more tired than before. Some blame aging, others stress or anxiety, but very few suspect that their heart, the organ that never rests, is being quietly burdened by routines that feel harmless. A poor night's sleep, an episode of nighttime palpitations, a dizzy spell when standing up. These aren't coincidences. They're whispers of a deeper issue. Once you begin to understand what's happening beneath the surface during the night, you'll realize just how essential nighttime care is, not just for the brain, but for the heart. We often focus on diet, medications, and exercise when we think of heart health. But we forget the 1/3 of our lives spent in bed. Sleep is not a break for the heart, unless we let it be. It's a time for repair, but only when the environment and our habits allow it. One of the most damaging habits? Eating dinner too late, especially within 2 hours of bedtime. When you lie down with a full stomach, your digestive system kicks into high gear, demanding more blood flow to process the food. This diverts circulation away from the heart, which can trigger palpitations, blood pressure spikes, and even arrhythmias in people with pre-existing conditions. A study in the Journal of Clinical Hypertension found that adults over 60 who eat too close to bedtime are 2.5 times more likely to suffer from nighttime hypertension. That's not just a number, that's a quiet warning. Then there's sleep posture, an often overlooked detail with powerful consequences. Many older adults instinctively prefer sleeping on their right side, believing it feels more comfortable. But for those with heart issues, this position can compress the vena cava, disrupting blood return to the heart and altering rhythm. The left side, in contrast, promotes better circulation and reduces the load on the heart. A small change, but potentially life-changing. Even something as seemingly minor as pillow height can have a profound effect. A pillow that's too low may restrict your airway, forcing your heart to work harder for oxygen. Too high, and it misaligns your spine and neck, disturbing blood flow to the brain and possibly triggering arrhythmias. Add in a hot room and harsh lighting, and you've created a perfect storm of stress. Even skipping a bathroom trip before sleep can lead to disruptive awakenings and sudden cardiovascular shifts. It's Heartbreaking how many people invest in supplements, medications, or fitness programs, but ignore the simplest, most natural medicine of all: quality sleep hygiene. We forget the body heals in darkness, the heart repairs in stillness. And yet we deny ourselves this gift. But it's not too late. By simply shifting your evening rhythm, eating earlier, dimming the lights, cooling your bedroom, sleeping in a better position, you lift a tremendous burden off your heart. By ending the day with calmness, no screens, no debates, no stimulation, and replacing them with slow breathing and quiet, you signal your nervous system to heal.
And what you do in the morning matters too.
Don't leap out of bed. Sit up slowly. Give your cardiovascular system time to stabilize. Roll your wrists, flex your ankles, get your blood gently moving. Drink a glass of room temperature water. This rehydrates your cells, reduces blood viscosity, and lowers the risk of early morning pressure spikes. Expose yourself to natural light. Within the first hour of waking, step outside or sit by a window. This resets your circadian rhythm and helps stabilize your hormones, including the ones that regulate your heart. And then, breathe. Slowly, deeply, intentionally. 5 to 6 deep breaths per minute. Enough to awaken the vagus nerve and bring your heart rate into peace. The heart is the most tireless organ we have. From birth to our final moment, it beats, unceasingly, faithfully. But even it too needs care. And as we grow older, that care becomes even more essential. Sleep, when optimized, isn't just rest. It's repair. It's healing. It's medicine, free, powerful, and waiting for us every night. So don't wait for a scare to start listening to your heart. Let night be your time for renewal. Let morning be your moment of gratitude and calm strength. And when you wake tomorrow, take a breath. Move gently. Drink slowly. Smile inwardly. Because your heart is still with you, and it's quietly thanking you for finally listening.